Hi, welcome to Career Chats. I'm Maddie.
I'm Skylar.
I'm Caroline.
So, we're going to go interview a social media coordinator, which is basically a job that's under the realms of public relations. And public relations are people who work for an organization and they represent their company well to the public, and they want to make sure their company looks good as well as the public's happy with the product they are serving or the service they're giving. And today we're going to interview a female named Jeanne Marie, and she works for Diane and Allen Associates.
So basically what we're going to be interviewing her about is about the stress from work and life and how that is coming out of college and now having a full-time career with handling that situation.
Okay, it started raining right before we got in the car and we got a little wet. So I think we're gonna have to do a quick wardrobe change, but we will see you at the interview.
Alright, it looks like we're arriving, so we're going to do a quick clothes change and we'll see you when we meet her.
See you soon. This is Jeanne Marie.
Hi, y'all.
Go ahead and start by telling us where you work and a little bit about it.
Okay, so my name is Jeanne Marie. I work at Diane Allen Associates, and what I do, I'm a media coordinator, but we specialize in media marketing and media specifically. We have 2 graphic designers and a bunch of media buyers, and what we typically do is buy traditional and digital media.
So we are kind of trying to figure out like how PR professionals like balance their social and work lives. So like how do you find that balance?
Well, how I typically do this, I would say, is make sure that I'm very organized in a sense too, to make sure that I'm getting certain deadlines for the things that they tell us 2 weeks in advance for. But some of our clients like to tell us things 2 days before they're due, which makes it a lot of a rush, and you have to be prepared for things that are not so expected. So trying to prepare for those things as well gets a little crazy, hectic. But trying to manage my life and my personal life, getting back to that answer, sorry, is just weekends are my joy, I guess. It's mainly the time that I have free right now. And then when planning season kind of slows down is when I get to actually, enjoy my personal time. Also, I guess, having fun with my coworkers, because I really love my coworkers. So it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm at work 24/7 all the time. I like the people that I work with, and so it makes things at work just a little more enjoyable.
The improvement in social media kind of being blown up within the last couple of years, how have you really used that personally and with work?
I guess for a personal aspect of it, using social media, you have to also keep in mind that you are an employee, that you need to reflect the company very well. So those are always things to keep in mind, to make sure that making sure that what I post is appropriate, what I like, what I comment can all be traced back to where I'm employed. So making sure that those things are kept clean and, have a good reflection of not myself, but also my company, I guess, is something that I look more into now on social media, using it personally and for work.
And have you ever had any work-life conflict?
Especially with the quick deadlines that, it's come to a surprise a few times, especially with yesterday when I was like, oh yeah, I can come at 6. Just kidding, let me stay at work till 8. There's been so planning season for us is extremely crazy, and the whole month of August, I worked 100 hours a week. So that's going to work at 8, leaving at about 3 or 4, sleeping for a little bit, waking back up, and trying to go do work again to make sure we meet the client's deadlines. Absolutely absurd, crazy, yes. But, gotta love what you got, I love what I do, so it's not as much of a stress, but I do take a lot of my work home. But I have the coworkers that, help me push through it, help me out whenever, a client does need this certain task done in a certain amount of time. So I appreciate that as well, having the coworkers there for me. I always bring it back to my coworkers. They really are the best.
So you would say that you use your coworkers kind of to avoid like burning out and feeling overworked?
Oh yeah, girl. And also, like, I guess personally I go run as well, which I know is crazy to like, that would burn myself out even more, but it helps me out with like the last bits of stress that I have and all the other last thoughts that I can just like literally going run after this. Going run, and it's super late, but it's fine. Going run, and then it kind of like clears my head before I go to sleep, and then I get like the best, amount of sleep that I can before the next day comes and rolls around. And I can do it all over again.
Wait, how has the technology of today like affected work for you in this field?
I would have to say, okay, so technology has made a big difference. I know it's not necessarily social media, but Google Docs, Google Excel is my life. And it also helps us cut down time that we're working on certain projects because we can work on them at, everybody at the same time and make the updates that we need to make when we're getting on calls. So it's really nice. Another thing too, so some of our clients, one of our clients deals with selling windows. And so whenever there's natural disasters that kind of pop up in certain areas, we need to know, using social media, news, different apps, the Weather Channel, knowing what areas are affected to send certain spots to. So the Evergreen storm that just happened in Beaumont, Houston area, we sent spots out to them to, promote windows because a lot of houses were out of windows due to the storm. So things like that.
Just kind of in conclusion on how you handle everything now, is there any advice you would give to people coming in that you would want them to know that you've learned through handling?
Checks and balances is the biggest thing, so make sure you're checking yourself and having other people keep you accountable. Just to have, your receipts is what I call it, is making sure that every email is documented and saved in a certain location. So when there's an issue, you have the receipts to back your butt up, if that makes sense. I think that can be, biggest thing. And another thing, because I brought it up so many times, is my coworkers. You might not love the job that you're doing because there's, a given day that your job is great, and there's a given day that, oh my gosh, I just want to go home. But if you have the best coworkers, if you enjoy who you're working with, then it's all the more manageable. So if that helps.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, so we changed back into these clothes because it started raining again when we left. But that was a great interview, and I'm so glad y'all came to watch.
Thanks for coming on this ride with us.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.